Welcome, race fans. Tonight we are back with the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series at Daytona 07. Yes, the bumpy Daytona, not the new one. So they're going to have to dodge not only each other, but the bumps here tonight. Well, I am Joshua Medlock. I will be covering Sarge from here on out. Rudy Cummings having some, just wanting me to cover another race, so I told him I would jump in. Thank you, Rudy, for that. You know, that's what we're here for, is to help each other out. But I love super speedway racing, so this is actually my cup of tea right here. These guys put on a show every week, and I don't think it's going to change even here tonight. But let's jump right into it with the point standings here. Coming into tonight's race, Josh Fox in first, 247 points. Benjamin Nelson, 229 points, 18 back. Kyle Manger in third, 224 points, 23 back. Now, it is back from the leader of Josh Fox. So, Alex Bell in fourth, 221, 26 points back. Lucas Cram in fifth, 220 points, 27 back. Gavin Jones in sixth, He has 211 points, 36 back. 201 points for Brett Murphy. He's in 7th, 46 points back. Rodney Evans in 8th, 197 points. He is 50 back. Alan Ballacino in 9th, 196 points, 51 back. And Brett Taylor will round out the top 10 in points, 194, 53 back. Go to the next 10 in 11. Nick Olson, 181 points, 66 back. Kobe Wells in 12th, 171 points, 76 back. Jeff Price, 13th. He is 170 points, 77 back. Curtis Granger in 14th, 167 points, 80 back. Zach Ogburn in 15th, 165 points, 82 back. Justin Braun, 16th, 164, 83 back. Jamie Dobbs, 17th, 163, 84 back. Sean Howell, 18th, 161, 86 back. Ryan Swan, 19th, 160 points. He's actually tied there with Tim Brangan with 160 at 87 back from the leader. And that'll do it for the point standings coming in here tonight. Of course, they do a win you're in type of deal. So if you win, you're in the chase, and it's the top 10. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, and I'll have more information in the next week on who has won so far here with SARG. But glad everybody is out there here tonight. We've got 10 viewers here. So please hit that thumbs up button. We got blocks in there. And I see Lucas Crams in chat as well. So glad to have everybody out there. Well, the pre-race analytics, we'll get to that here in a minute. I've got about 4 minutes left here in practice. They've been practicing out here for about an hour, or it will be an hour when they go into qualifying. They do stages. Stages are 20, 40, and then a shootout to the finish. So the first stage will end on lap 20, and then lap 40, and then it'll be 60 laps to shoot out to the end. This track is 2.5 miles. They're pulling 100 laps, 250 miles. So it's going to be a fun race indeed. Jeff Price sponsoring this one tonight. So big shout out to Jeff Price. I do not know if I have his image or not, but it is being sponsored by Jeff in his YouTube channel. So I wanted to give him a shout out for becoming a sponsor. And of course, there's another sponsor here for this week as well. That sponsor tonight is Lodgebox. You can see it right. Well, I'm not sure why it's not showing up, but Lodgebox is a sponsor for this race here tonight. So big shout out to Lodgebox for being on board. Having some issues here with stuff not working with OBS, but well, we've got about 2 minutes left here, about 3 minutes left here in practice. So we're going to step away, play the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so calm and move through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, in the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, in the
All right, we are back alive here. Went ahead and did a little bit of a resetting here with the timing screen to make sure everybody's numbers and stuff was coming up. So I'm just getting that back ready to go. Qualifying is underway. We're going to have to wait and see who holds what spot when everything is said and done. Just now trying to get everything back in order. Let's bring up qualifying times here for everybody. Right now, Nick Olson so far has the top spot. It looks like it's open qualifying. Well, I don't see this very often. That is pretty nifty. Open qualifying. Everybody's going to be getting in that draft here tonight. Right now, Nick Olson does have the top spot in the number 24. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks, Jeff, for being the sponsor here tonight. Yeah, go everybody check out Jeff's YouTube. A sponsor, and he is the sponsor here tonight. It's not pulling up for me, so fortunately, I don't know why, but it's not wanting to pull up properly. So. Well, there's Launchbox. So that is that's this week's sponsor. We did get that figured out. So we're glad to have everybody on board for that one. All right, here we go. Times are really starting to come in now. See, Ron Swan in the 67 has the top spot. Jacob Bell. Ooh. Who is the number 12? That'd be Gavin Jones. It's got Gavin Jones up top. I'm not sure what is going on, but Stop that real quick. We'll bring it back up. There we go. It updated there. Got that. Ryan Swan does have the pole here currently. All right, well, let's look at the pre-race analytics here real quick while they're qualifying. Air temp of 66, track temp of 75, laps 100, 250 miles. Tire window is going to be about 55 to 65 laps. Yes, they can go the first and second stage on tires, and they can go the first two stages on fuel if they wanted to, but I highly doubt any of these guys are going to do it. Fuel window 40 to 45 laps. Pit road 60 miles an hour. And when you're doing close to 190 miles an hour, you've really got to get it wound down so you don't get that elusive speeding penalty coming down a pit road. It's still showing. There we go, the 67 still holding the top spot. Jacob Bell in the 07 directly behind him in qualifying. Brett Taylor in third. Alan Ballacino in fourth. Brandon Thomas in the top 5 here in qualifying with about 5 minutes to go. If everybody can hear me okay, please let me know. Still doing some adjustments here. Right. 16 people watching. Glad to have all of you there. They're in the chat. It looks like Ron is on pit road. Let's go out onto the track here and see who is on track. Number 11 of Brett Murphy and that number 12. Or in the number 11, currently in 12th. Austin Johnson, currently 13th in the 21. Looks like we've got about 30 drivers out here, or 30 potential drivers. Right now we've got, it looks like 25 that have connected. Got about 3.5 minutes left here in qualifying. Number 56 of Dawson Miller, currently 21st. Well, with a whole lot of trucks out here tonight, let's hope they can keep these trucks straight on the track. Now, the way they do cautions here for everybody that is new to SARG, the cautions are controlled by the admin. iRacing does not control the cautions. There is a live admin watching the race, and if he feels it is necessary for a caution to be thrown, he will throw it. If it's just one car, and that one car or several cars is off the racing surface and not in the way of the other drivers, there will not be a caution. However, with that said, if it's the other way around, there's more cars and they're on the track, or even one car on the track, there's going to be a caution. The admin will throw the caution for the race. So that you're going to have to keep an eye on that. That's how they control the cautions. They do not let iRacing do it. I don't know if he's in here. Let me see here. Here he is. Got about a minute left. Let me see if I can get him. Hey, Jeff Price, Joshua in the booth, bud. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Let's go, man. Not much, man. Well, you're sponsoring tonight's event, bud. And I can't get the image up. Sorry, but wanted to get you up here and kind of talk about it.
Oh yeah, I just wanting to help out the league uh, the best I can. You know, we want to have good broadcasters, so y'all's one of the best. And to help pay for it, I volunteered to do 2 or 3 races to help fund it and have fun with it.
Well, all right. Well, you're currently, it doesn't look like you're going to take a qualifying time, but we know you, Jeff. I've watched you a couple of times. Might be a good thing.
Yeah, every time I qualify in this league, I never finish. So I seem to be able to start in the back and be there at the end every time. So that's my goal, is just to get out there and turn some laps. This track is really hard physically, especially 100 laps. So
Yeah.
if you can kind of just relax through the first half of the race, at the end you're pretty well fit to finish the race strong.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, all right, Jeff. Well, man, thank you for being a sponsor here tonight, bud. We look forward to seeing you out there on the track, maybe pulling out the win here tonight. It's a long race. We won't talk about that right now, but it's going to be a good one for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you.
Uh-huh. All right, that was Jeff Price, the sponsor for tonight's race. 25 seconds left to go. Benjamin Nelson in the 48 has grabbed the pole here currently. Our points leader, Josh Fox, currently in 4th here, and there's the checkered flag. Get him on the grid here in just a second. All right. Well, they're going to let them finish the lap, and then we will get them down here on the grid. But it looks like Benjamin Nelson is going to hold on to the top spot here in qualifying. For now. Looks like we've got 30 drivers. Let's see if they all grid here tonight. Well, all right, here we go. Looks like everybody is officially done. They're going to get them on the grid. So let's... The qual grid. All right. Well, this is the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Benjamin Nelson grabbing the pole here with a 46.683. Congratulations to Benjamin for grabbing the pole. Justin Brunn's going to be starting in 2nd. Matthew Chastain 3rd. Josh Fox 4th. Seth Knoll 5th, Nick Olson 6th, Alex Bell 7th, Adam Mayer in 8th, Gavin Jones 9th, Curtis Granger in 10th, Ryan Swan in 11th, Jacob Bell 12th, Brett Taylor 13th, Brandon Thomas 14th, Zach Ogburn in 15th, Dawson Miller 16th, Mason Kane 17th, Austin Johnson 18th, Colby Wells 19th, Alan Ballacino in 20th, Clint Spillman 21st, Brett Murphy 22nd, Lucas Cram 23rd, Jamie Dobbs 24th, Kyle Manger, the first one not to take a qualifying time. He will start 25th, Robbie Lyons 26th, Jonathan Chavis? If I didn't pronounce your name correctly, please correct me. He will start 27th. Luke Parks, 28th. Jeff Price, 29th. Will Rodarmer, 30th. And that is the starting grid here tonight. Right. showing currently 6 drivers that have not gridded. Now, some of them may start on pit road. Well, here we go. Pace car is pulling out. Benjamin Nelson, 28. Get them going here. Stage 1 will be on the completion on lap 20 here tonight. Stage 2, lap 40, and then a shootout to the finish. And I have seen 5 drivers that 6 drivers, excuse me, that did not grid. Jeff Price, Jonathan Chavis, Robbie Lyons, Luke Parks, Will Roadarmor, and Cal Manger did not grid. I don't mean they're not going to start. It just means they didn't grid, so they're going to probably start on pit road. All right. Get ready and buckle up, folks. It's about to get interesting here. Let's hope everybody can keep the truck straight, because this track is very bumpy. It's fast, but it's bumpy. All right, pace car is going to dive off. Pace car is off. Ben Nelson, hold them back. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Daytona. And a good jump by Ben Nelson. The 05 of Matthew Chastain is going high, elected not to get behind Ben Nelson. He is going to take that high sign. Here comes the number 9 of Seth Noel, as they come screaming down the backstretch, and everybody, these drivers right here went wide. I believe that is the 07 of Jacob Bell, the low side there. Everybody still fighting for positions here, side by side. Ben Nelson looks like may hold on to lead the first lap here tonight as he comes around through the tri-oval. And he will lead the first lap here. Keep an eye on these other drivers. Still too wide. Josh Fox doing a little bit of bump drafting there with the 28 of Justin Bruns. Back into the field a ways. A big group of cars now still side by side. The 21 up there all alone. Well, for now, the 51 of Alan Ballacino and the Pikachu truck decided to get behind him. Now, you can bump draft here, and you can, get up behind that person, but boy, you have got to be careful, because if you don't, it will definitely, with the bumps and stuff on this track, will definitely upset the trucks. All right, here we go. See Brandon Thomas back here in the 13, currently running 18th. Kind of fell back just a little bit, started 14th. Will Roadarmor started 30th. He's already up 9 spots into 21st. He's got the 25 of Kyle Manger right behind him. Jeff Price now out here. We see these guys did start. Jeff Price in the 14 pushing the 39 of Mason Kane. So these guys did start. They just started on pit road and behind everybody. They did not want to get caught up in a big mess if something was to have happened at the start. And right now they're sitting in pretty good. If something does happen, let's hope it don't, but if something does here early on in the race, they will have time to slow down and dodge it. But these guys are still going neck and neck up here. Benjamin Nelson has led the first 2 laps, but Matthew Chastain did lead one. He snuck a lap in there. So it will not be a sweep for anybody who wins the race. Everybody still side by side fighting for positions here. Now they do get stage points, so they're going to be fighting for the top 10 in the stage for those stage points. The 77 of Jamie Dobbs. 21 comes right up in front of him. Austin Johnson want to get that draft, and he will do it. 37, Will Road Armor. Guys are still fighting, going side by side still. Still keeping it pretty clean, still keeping it straight on the track. So who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to lead this lap? Ben Nelson on the low side, the 05 on the high side. I'm not exactly sure who led that lap. It might have been Matthew Chastain. It looks like it. Nope, Seth up to third from fifth. Oh, Robbie Lyons back here all by his lonesome. He has no help. Currently running 26. He started 26. It looks like... All right, looks like everybody did start. So back up front, or toward the front, Josh Fox, Adam Mayer here. Good push there by the number 9 of Seth Noel to Benjamin Nelson. I know Benjamin. I've watched Benjamin race many times. One heck of a driver, that is for sure. Drive just about anything. Alex Bell currently running 7th, started 7th. 100 laps on this track feels like 1,000 because of how bumpy it is. It ain't a long track. It's only 2.5 miles. But it feels horrendous. Right, Taylor. Oh, a little bit of bumping. We're sideways. We're wrecking. 55 involved in that. Oh, no. Josh Fox involved in that mess. Let's go back here and take a look and see what actually happened. Oh, man. What in the world? My overlay went away, so we'll check it right here and see. My overlays went away for some reason. Not entirely sure why I did that, but we're going to be right here. Let's exit out of it here, folks, for a minute. Having some bug issues, it looks like. Not sure what is going on. Sorry about that. But it looks like the 5 was involved in that. All right, well, let's take a look here. Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties. Oh, a little bit of a, looks like a little bit of a bumper hook there. And that really upset the drivers. The 50, the 5, it looks like the 46 was the one who got him. The 46 being Brett Taylor. So this is where it all started here. Everybody's trying to dodge it. The 13 involved. Now, they do get one reset. It looks like the 18 and the 21. All right, here we go. That is the first caution of the race. It looks like everybody is coming down pit road here. Yeah, oof. Yeah, that's a big oof. Ooh, the number 9 having some issues in pit road. All right, Gavin Jones, like elected to stay out, as well as Brett Taylor, Will Road Armor, and Brett Murphy. That's going to bring it to Benjamin Nelson back out front, or back off of pit road first. He'll be, looks like, currently 5th. Right. Well, the first caution of the evening. All right, well, Ben Nelson back up into 4th. Adam in 5th. Gavin Jones looking to lead a lap. And then Gavin Jones will lead a lap here under caution. All right. Back to double file. Get ready to go back green flag racing here for the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series. Like Gavin Jones, Will Road Armor, Ben Nelson, Brett Murphy, and Nick Olson. Ben Nelson starting 4th, and Adam Mayer will start 5th. That is going to be the top 5. Ben Nelson does have fresh tires, I do believe. Yes, he does, and a fuel. Like I said, they can make it to the first 2 stages on fuel. Or close to the first 2 stages. I know definitely stage 1. All right. Thank you, Anita. Appreciate it. So it's pronounced Meyer. All right. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I think it was last week or the week before last I messed up his name too. So I do apologize. So it's pronounced Meyer. All right. All right, pace car's off. Green, green, green. We're off and going again. Gavin Jones has led 2 laps. Now Will Road Armor in that 37 up high. He has got one heck of a driver behind him, and Benjamin Nelson as they come flying and screaming down the backstretch here. Oh, somebody off pace here, off the track. Looks like the number 4 of Cody Wells. Yes, it was Cody Wells. Did get it back up straight and going again. Oh, Cody blinking out there a little bit. Well, it looks like who is going to lead that lap? No, it wasn't Mr. Will Road Armor. It looked like it was Gavin Jones. Yes, it was. Will still trying to fight up front to lead at least 1 lap here. Benjamin Nelson setting in second or third, third here. He is second in the points. right. Here we go. I believe the 48 of Ben Nelson. No, Will Roadarmor leads his first lap of the race, edging out the 48 of Benjamin Nelson. Wow, that was close. All right, well, as they come screaming again down the backstretch, I'm going to have to find a better camera pack for Daytona 07 for sure. Justin Bruns started second, currently running in 7th. Got the 44 of Lucas Cram behind him. The 05 of Matthew Chastain decides to go high. He's going to get behind the 00 of Adam Meyer. Adam Meyer. Back in the field, looks like the 39 of Mason Kane. I believe that is the 07 of Jacob Bell in the second group back here. Jacob Bell, Mason Kane, Dawson Miller, the 87 of Zach Ogburn, Justin Johnson, all right here together. Austin Johnson. Now, Austin's got some nose damage. Like I said, they do get one reset, and he has not used it yet. As we go back up front to in about 4 laps, we will be at the end of stage number 1. Will Roadarmor up front, coming to take lap 17, will lead his 4th lap of the race. Starting 30th, probably the biggest mover here tonight. Currently, as he started way back into the field in 30th, and he is up front. Got the 12 of Gavin Jones. Pushing him 3 more laps. Robbie Lyons. They got a group here all bunched up together, this front pack. And it looks like, yeah, that would be Alan Ballacino in the 51, and then right up ahead of him, in the front pack is Curtis Granger. The 77 of Jamie Dobbs is ahead of him. Jamie Dobbs is currently scored 1 lap down. Another group of cars, Alex Bell, the 50, the 21. The 4, the 14, these are all right here together. Kobe Wells, Jeff Price, another group right here. Nick Orton now up front, takes the lead, takes a lap. So he will get bonus points for leading the lap in the 24 DuPont Chevrolet. $191, 192 miles an hour. They're going to come and take lap number 20 here. One more lap. This will be the stage right here. Whoever crosses the line first will win the stage. Who is it gonna be? Kyle Manger looking to lead his first lap of the race. Ben Nelson pushing the daylights out of him. Little bit of some blocking going on. Kyle. Oh man, that was close. Kyle is good. Oh, and they're wrecking 37 spins. And they're wrecking behind him. Caution is out. That will do it for the stage. But Kyle Manger will win the stage here. Oh no, heavy damage. Well, let's go back here, take a look. I do know Kyle did win the stage. All right. We'll wait here for them to pit. I was going to do a replay on that, but I want to get the interview in for the stage winner here. So, Kyle winning stage number 1, started 25th. Did a little bit of blocking there to get it, but he did manage to pull it out. So congratulations to Kyle. Let him pit here. If they pit, we'll see if Kyle pits. If he doesn't come down pit road, we will grab him. And it looks like he is going to elect to come down pit road as well as everybody. Oh, a little fake out. Wow. Ooh, a little fake out. But we do have some people coming down pit road, so let's get Kyle up here real quick. Hey, Kyle, Josh from the booth. Got a copy?
10-4, got you guys.
Hey, man, congratulations on the stage victory here, man. A little bit of blocking going on down there.
Yeah, man, you got to block coming into the checker there. So I was just doing what I had to do there for maximum points. So thought I'd beat him to the block in time. So no harm, no foul.
You did win stage 1. Congratulations. What's the biggest challenge here tonight, bud?
Besides the bumps, it's hard to get a third lane going here because you're racing the track more than the cars around you. So I would say if you get in the back, it's going to be harder to get back up front. So I feel like track position's a little more important than usual.
All right. Well, do you think you maybe have the winning truck out here tonight, or you think it's going to be a handful?
We'll find out around lap 100. As long as the car is clean, that we got a good shot, but long way to go still.
Yes, sir. Long way to go indeed. Well, congratulations, bud. Maximum stage points here tonight for you in stage 1. Stage 2 will be coming up here in a couple of laps, bud. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right. Kyle winning the first stage here. Like Nick Olson is going to be directly behind him. So get this all set up and ready to go for stage 2. Stage 2 will be on lap 40. Let's get all this fixed up here for everybody. Yeah, that was something else, wasn't it, James? Woo, man, that was a run for sure. All right, well, we'll go down through the top 10 here. Kyle, currently first. Nick Olson second. Lucas Cram third. Bobby Lyons fourth. Curtis Granger fifth. Benjamin Nelson sixth. Adam Meyer seventh. Brett Murphy eighth. Matthew Chastain ninth. And Alan Ballacino currently 10th. Like I said, they do get one reset, so that does help. Well, let's see here who else we can pick on. Benjamin Nelson, got a copy, bud?
Yes.
Well, how's the racing out there, man?
I'm doing pretty good out here. It's pretty tight. I mean, the truck's like balanced, but it's really grippy out here. We can't really get loose that easily, so it's all right.
Well, what is it going to take to get with some teammates and maybe get a run out here with the track being the older style Daytona instead of the newer?
From what I've seen, the outside's a pretty big advantage, so if you can get a couple cars lined up pretty well up there, you can get a pretty decent run. I don't think you're going to do much on the inside. It's going to have to be on the outside.
Well, all right, Ben. Well, you started on pole. You're currently running back here in 6th, but it's by far nowhere near over, man. Good luck down there, bud.
Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Oh, trust me, I will. All right, Ben Nelson. We'll get some more guys down here later on throughout the race. I'm sure of it. All right. Well, they are double file. Going to get ready to go back green flag here. Coming to lap 26. They will be about 15 laps roughly for stage 2. Kyle is going to get them going here with the 24 of Nick Olson to his outside. The 44 of Lucas Cram going to be starting 3rd directly behind the 25. See here how good of a start these guys get. Here we go. Start of stage 2 coming up here. Pace car is off. Cal in control. Green, green, green. Here we go. Lucas Cram giving the 25 a little bit of a cram there. Says go, go, go. Now the 42. Robbie Lyons up high, pushing the daylights out of the 24 of Nick Olson. And this is up front. The 05, Matthew Chastain. On that outside, he is directly ahead of the 11 of Brett Murphy. 13, Brandon Thomas coming to the inside. Oh, Brandon, stay off that yellow line, bud. Stay off that apron. Definitely upset that truck. The 21, Austin Johnson coming up behind him. Alan Ballacino in the 51. Can't count Alan out either. Allen, pretty clean truck. He's holding strong. Started 20th, currently running in 12th. Colby Wells in the number 4, Coca-Cola, red, white, and blue. Number 4, currently 13th. Jeff Price, the sponsor here for this race here tonight, currently running in 14th in the number 14. So his position currently is matching his truck number. Mason Kane running the Lodge Box paint scheme here tonight. Sponsor for this week. 39 of Mason Kane. He is currently running 16th. We got about 2 groups here that have started, maybe 3. Ryan Swan may be leading this third pack here with the 87 of Zach Ogburn behind him. The 12 getting a good run, Gavin Jones. So how many packs are they going to form? Are they going to form 1 or 2? We don't know. Have to wait and see throughout the race on how it all unfolds. Nick Olson has now led 2 laps. Al has led 8. Lucas Cram still looking to lead his first lap. He is in the 44. He is right below. He's on that low side. Ooh, getting a little squirrely up here. 25. Check on some of the other drivers here. Will Road Armor in the 37, currently running 24th. The 88 right up ahead of him. That would be Clint Spillman. Now, Will Road Armor is down 1 lap, as well as Brett Taylor. And I'm showing Brett Taylor down 2 laps. And Josh Fox down 2 laps. So what in the world happened? I don't know. But Will Road Armor is the only driver currently 1 lap down. So we go back up front here. Whoa, getting a little close there. The 24, Nick Olson. In that middle lane. They go 3 and 2 wide here. Ooh. He's up there by himself. No help. That's going to open the door up for the 05 of Matthew Chastain to drive it right in between him. Or right underneath him. Get a run. All right, here we go. Second pack forming again. Ben Nelson leading this group of cars up, or group of trucks up high. And the 05, Matthew Chastain right behind him. Matthew's like, all right, well, I'm going to follow you. And, oh, no, contact made. No caution yet, but here we go. They're wrecking, folks. They're wrecking. Caution will fly. Let's go take a look and see exactly what happened. We were on that as it happened. So we will go here and look. Now, Matthew Chastain drove underneath the 24 here to make the pass. I love this. I love the chase view. You can actually see what happens. And I believe it started right up here. A little bit of contact maybe. Might be some net code. Now, I'm not an admin. I don't make the final calls. That is all admins. But, yeah, right here. Looks like it was contact made between the 24, the 05. 24 looked like washed up into the 05, and that just, they got him straight, but Johnson having nowhere to go, just slams the back end of the 05, and really upset. Oh, no, the Pikachu truck also involved in that. So back up live. Looks like Matthew Chastain is going to come down pit road. They are single file now. All right, let's see here if they do make a pit stop. They've got about 8 laps left here in stage 2 before it ends, and it doesn't look like anybody so far is pitting. Well, Ben Nelson is going to come down pit road, so that will give it up to Kyle's still going to be up front here. All right, well, let's see here. Let's see if we can talk to somebody else, shall we? Robbie Lyons and Joshua in the booth. Got a copy, bud?
I got a copy.
Well, Robbie, man, you started 26th in the back. I believe you were one of the ones that started on pit road, but you're currently now running in 6th. Well, what's it like up there, man? Looks hectic.
Oh man, yeah. It's I almost caught a bad break there. I think I was, within a second of going a lap down there to the leaders, and I don't like to cheer for wrecks happening, but I was definitely glad to see that first caution come out. And I got some friends up here that stayed out, the last stage caution, and just figured I'd see if I could make up some stage points here.
Well, I mean, I know it's still a whole lot of laps left to go. I mean, we've still got to finish the second stage here, but what is it going to take for you and the rest of your teammates to get up front? Because it seems like it's very difficult to pass.
It really is. And I was up there, we were kind of occupying the top 4 there and trying to manage both lanes, but, Ben Nelson, he's a really, really good wheelman, and had him behind me, and I knew he was going to take any chance he had to get up front there to the lead, and, got to pick your fights where you have them, and just got to be smart here. There's a lot of aggressive drivers and a lot of really good drivers up here too, trying to go for the stage points, and they got fresher tires, so we got our hands full, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it pretty good racing. Everybody, trying to stay clean for the most part, it looks like, to wind down the laps. But we also know is that in the last stages of the race, especially the last stage, it gets pretty hectic out there. What's your mindset, finishing up this stage and then going into the final stage?
Yeah, we've had a few early wrecks here that took out quite a few cars. Those guys probably used up their fast repairs. I know some guys in that last wreck had already used their fast repairs, and they're out of the race now, unfortunately. So I think it's keeping the fenders on it. I barely squeaked by that last one by probably an inch or two. So I'm, gotta keep my eyes peeled and, look out a little further ahead than the hood pin,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Just survival.
All right, Robbie. Well, you're currently setting 6th. You're still looking to lead at least, your first lap. But, the stage points, will come, definitely comes in handy here regardless if, where you finish, top 1 or, top 10. But, the further up, the better, I'm sure. But right now, sitting pretty comfortable in 6th. But we're going to be coming down here to probably about 4 laps, roughly, when you guys get the green. And, it's going to get pretty hectic with 4 laps to go at the end of the stage. So good luck out there, bud.
Thanks, man. As my good friend Mike Joy said once, strap that old TV down. She's gonna go for a ride.
Are you gonna send it?
Oh, we're gonna send it.
All right. Well, you're gonna send. All right. We're gonna watch the 42 of Robbie Lyons send it. How about that?
Y'all have fun.
You too, Robbie. All right. Robbie Lyons says he's gonna send it. So here we go. Back up front, Kyle is going to get him going again. Lucas Cram now going to start on the outside in the 44 in second. Curtis Granger going to start third. Brett Murphy fourth. Adam Meyer in fifth. That's going to be the top 5. Robbie Lyons 6th. Gavin Jones 7th. Ben Nelson 8th. Kobe Wells 9th. Jeff Price is going to round out the top 10 here. And we're going to have about 4 laps left here in stage number 2. All right, here we go. And to get ready here, going 2x2 here. Jeff Price representing the SARG, and he's got the MaxSpeedTV emblem on the side, and freedom is not free. And I like that. And I am a veteran myself, so Jeff, man, thank you. Or Lucas, thank you for that. I don't know why I said Jeff Price. Lucas, thank you for that. He does have the Jeff Price thing on the side. That's where I got it. Okay, but Lucas, man, appreciate that, bud. No, it does not. And I'll be the first to say it does not come free. Big shout out to all the veterans out there as well. All right, pace car is off. Kyle on the loud pedal. Here we go, folks. Green, green, green again. And what a side-by-side action up front. Here we go. Kyle, Lucas, Curtis, Brett, Adam. Here we go. Got about 4 laps left here in stage number 2. As they come screaming down the backstretch. Ooh, the 4 again. Kobe Wells is moving back. He's off the right below the yellow line. He's moving back again. Oh, Kobe started 19th, now running 16th. He was running up front. Now they're going to go bumper to bumper up here. Curtis Granger now in a second, pushing the daylights out of the 25 of Kyle Manger there. But Lucas Cram still up high into 44. He's got the 11 of Brett Murphy behind him. Adam Meyer on that low side into the number 0. Here we go. Still wide, 3 wide. Ben Nelson on that high side. Kind of really about out there by himself. He is now going to pull it behind the 42 of Robbie Lyons, who we talked to during the interview here. And they're going to go 3 wide again up front. Good Lord, guys, on the bumpy Daytona, really? You guys really going to go 3 wide? Oh, man. They make me nervous. Make me nervous. Here we go. Still 3 wide. The 11 in the center. Brett Murphy. No mistakes right here, guys. No mistakes, please. Keep it straight. 38 of 40 here. 2 more laps. Of 3 because they finished lap 40, so really 3. Oh, man, get a little squirrely up front here. That 11. Brett Murphy trying not to do anything strenuous. Ben still on that high side. He has no help out there. If he can get the side draft off the 42 of Robbie Lyons, and not going to be able to, but Ben is going to pull right up behind him. He's still going to get air. He's still getting air into that 48. That's another thing you've got to watch here, is the heat buildup in these trucks. When you are pushing somebody, you've got to be really careful to get air into that radiator to cool it off. 3 wide again. Oh, Ben Nelson is not afraid to go 3 wide for sure. Oh, the 14 losing it. Who is the 14? Jeff Price losing it. Now he's coming down. No caution. He is coming down pit road. No caution. Back up front. Still 3 wide. 42 on the high side. Robbie Lyons, Ben Nelson pushing the daylights out of him. Who is going to win a stage number 2 here? This is the final lap. Who is it going to be? 3 wide up front for the stage 2 victory. 3 wide. Oh, man. Oh, they're 3 wide. This is making me nervous. Oh, no. The 25 of Kyle up front. Can he hold on to it for stage number 2? The 44 of Lucas Cram onto the outside. They cross the stripe here. And it looks like it's going to be Kyle going to win stage number 2. Well, that was close. 3 wide. Good Lord. Stage number 2 for Kyle. Now, Kyle won the first one. And he is going to win the second stage. Alrighty, folks, give us just a few minutes to see if they pit. I'm sure they will because they can't go 60 laps on fuel. Well, they can, but I'm sure they're low. They can't finish the final stage on fuel. They're going to have to pit at least one time. So we're going to let these guys pit here real quick, and we will be right back. Well, all right, they are going to come down pit road here. Let's see who. Looks like Jacob Bell is going to stay out. So let's see. And my little one wanted to put his 2 cents in too. All right, well, Kyle going to win stage 2. We'll let him get back out here on the racing surface. We'll let him completely finish the pit stall here. Let him come back out, and we will get Kyle back down here for another interview. Kyle, got a copy, bud?
Hello.
Well, back again, I see. Stage 2 winner here. Man, 3 wide, really?
I didn't think that was possible here, but that was some ballsy driving by everyone, and that was some good driving for making it work. That was a lot of fun.
Well, man, congratulations, bud. Stage 2 winner. Of course, Stage 1 winner as well. That's definitely going to help you in the points coming into tonight. Third in the points, but racing ain't over, man. One final stage to go here to the end of the race. But what's going through your mind right now?
As much as I like talking to you guys now, I'd love to talk to you at the end of this thing. So that's what's going through my mind. Make sure I get there to the end and be up front.
Well, I mean, we might need to make you a room up here for this race because you've already been up here twice.
Like I said, man, that's the goal. Still a lot can happen, so don't wanna say it's set in stone yet, but I'm gonna give it all I can to be up there at the end.
Well, we know, Kyle, that you have a possible winning truck out here tonight. We've already seen it for the first 44 laps. Right now, I think you've got one of those targets on your back that you don't want to have on your back. Am I correct on that one?
Probably right. Everyone's going to be going for it for themselves here at the end, too, so it's going to be hard to find help. So, yeah, you're absolutely right.
All right, Kyle. Well, good luck out there, bud. Still a whole lot of racing left to go. It ain't even over yet, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
All right, well, Kyle going to be the winner of stage 2 here. He is also the winner of stage 1. So now it comes down to the final stage. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. So this is going to be to the end. The Jacob Bell has led 2 laps, so Jacob will pick up some bonus points. Now he is going to come down pit road here. So that will give the lead back up to Kyle in the 25. Ben Nelson now in second, and we're going to get double foul here. And it looks like Kyle is going to choose that low side. That's going to put Benjamin Nelson on the outside with Adam Meyer in third, Lucas Cram fourth, and the 12 of Gavin Jones will be fifth. Now it's going to get a little bit interesting here. We're going to have about 50-something laps left, 54 laps roughly, give or take, here in the race. Glad to have everybody out there in chat. Yeah, everybody chatting it up here. See James Wormsley out there. I see Cancer 69 Babe. Anita corrected me on Adam's name. Glad to have you in chat to correct me on his name, Adam's name. Jeff Price in chat. Fitzwater Australia 59 in chat. iRacer Alex. We got some viewers out there in chat. Glad to have all of you out there. Well, all right, Kyle and Benjamin. Row number 1 here at the start of the final stage here. Pace car is going to dive off. There it goes. Green, green, green. Here we go for the final stage of the race here. Get down to the nitty-gritty. They cannot make it on fuel. They will have to pit. Fuel laps are between 40 and 45 laps. Now the tire run they possibly could because it's 55 to 65 laps. But I imagine if they come in, when they come in, they're going to get the splash of fuel and then they're going to take it off, take off because it's going to be close on fuel for sure. All right, here we go. Well, folks, I don't know how good it's going to do here, but how about we get a little bit of crank it up since everybody is pretty much bunched up together here. I think we should. Glad to have everybody back. We're back live here. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up there. All right, well, back up front. Now Ben Nelson is back up front. Adam Meyer on the outside in the 00, still looking for his first laps led. The 25 of Kyle, who has won the first two stages, he is in second. Lucas Cram in third, fourth. I really can't keep up with them because they're side by side here up front. Going to the back of the field here, we've got Luke Parks in the number 3, currently running 14th, started 28th. Good run by Luke Parks. Jonathan, I'm just going to say Jonathan in the 34. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name again. But anyway, Jonathan currently running 15th. He started 27th, so a good run for him. And Curtis Granger back here in 16th, started 10th. That's still plenty of laps left for Curtis. So he's just going to have to keep it clean here for the next 49 laps. And I'm sure he can do it. And that number 18, that's a pretty paint Hot Wheels machine. Going back in the field a little ways further, number 5. Who is the number 5? Josh Fox. Now, Josh Fox is currently being scored 2 laps down. Brett Taylor 1. Will Rodarmer is the last driver on the lead lap, and he is out here by himself. No help. Zach Osborne currently following. He is in the 87. He is currently following the 67 of Ryan Swan. Jacob Bell out here as well. Jacob has led 2 laps. He is currently running in 17th. He started 12th. Justin Bruns out here as well. He started second, and he's all the way back to 24th. Like I said, there's still a whole lot of laps left to go for the drivers that are back here that started up front. They know anything can happen, so they're just right now just riding it out. Everybody is going to have to pit at least one more time. But back up front, we've got still Benjamin Nelson and the 25 of Kyle Manger, 1 and 2. Adam Meyer still fighting on that outside in that 00. Guys still fighting it out. They're coming up on the 37 of Will Rodarmer. Now, Will is going to stay high. Let these drivers go around him. The lead pack. Lap 54 of 100 as we take a look at the caution count here. Now, we have had 2 stages. And I believe we have had 2 cautions here this evening. So 2 regular cautions and 2 stage cautions. The 4 altogether for 12 laps. We've got 47 laps to go here with 11 lead changes. Guys still holding strong, 2 by 2. Talk about, I don't know these drivers as well as Rudy does. I'll learn them. Don't get me wrong, I'll learn them. I'll get with Lucas later on, and maybe we'll get some information about, who races in real life and who doesn't. Just a little bit of information. Some of them I do know, others I do not. So we'll get with that later, but. Hello, Matt. I'm going to see Matt Thrasher in chat. All right, single file starting back with the 14 of Jeff Price. Looks like the up front. Now the 42 of Robbie Lyons is going to drop it right in front of the 14, so we're going to get the draft off of the 14 here. That's going to pull that whole pack right up to the 11 of Brett Murphy. Brett's going to go high. How about we do an in-car of one of these drivers? How about I pick on the 4 of Colby Wells here in a cockpit view, just to show everybody how bumpy it really is out here when he crosses the start-finish line through the cockpit. But we are on board here with Colby Wells, and just look how bumpy turn 1 and 2 is. And even the backstretch has got some bumps in it too, but them turns are horrendous. Guys, he comes and makes his way into turn 3, just look how he's wheeling and dealing on that steering wheel, left, right, trying to keep it straight. Making sure he doesn't lose it. Man, it is very bumpy. Oh, and he almost lost it there. Good save by Colby Wells. As we look at the TV3 spotter here for a big view of the track. So we have a bird's eye view of all the drivers out here. Looks the 00 of Adam Meyer up front. He has led 1 lap, so some bonus point will come for Adam. Benjamin Nelson setting back in second, pushing the daylights out of the 00 as they come through the tri-oval here. Coming to take lap 59. Or we're going to be down to 40 to go here in about another lap. All right. 56 of Dawson Miller. Currently running in 11th. Started 16th. Good run for Dawson. 39 of Mason Kane started 17th. Just inside the top 10 in 10th. The 4 of Colby Wells, who we was just on in the cockpit view, started 19th. He's up 10 spots, currently in 9th. Jeff Price started 29. He is 8th. But Adam Meyer has now led 3 laps, and they are all single file. Gonna wind down some of these laps here. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Like the 37. Right up ahead of Luke Parks. That would be Will Roadarmor. Will is the only driver 1 lap down. Wait, Brett Taylor, it just came up. Brett Taylor's also 1 lap down. So if a caution was to come out, Will Roadarmor would get the wave around and be the lucky dog. That's going to put Jacob Bell in the 07, the last driver a lap down, or the last driver on the lead lap. I'll get it out in a minute. Well, it looks like we do have some drivers who have taken their car behind the wall. Alan Ballacino. All right, well, back up front. If they're still single file, yes, they are. Now, Lucas Cram started 23rd, currently 4th. That must be your son, Anita. Adam. I didn't watch the All-Star race. I was out of electricity. Dragon Zeron, glad to have you in chat there, brother. It's been a long time, or a little bit at least. But yeah, we was out of electricity, and I couldn't watch any races. So we had some storm damage down the road. I've said it before, and for those of you who don't know, last Saturday we had a EF1 come through. It was about 5-6 blocks down the road, so it was a little bit too close for comfort here. And we did have some storm damage. The electricity was out for about 10 hours. They did get it back up and working, but still a lot of cleanup for the neighbors around here because there was some damage, and it really caused some homes to be, destroyed and unlivable until they get it fixed. So I know right now there's currently some strong storms going out in Oklahoma, so everybody please heed all the warnings that's going on out there. I know we got some racing to do here in iRacing, but man, I just can't stress it enough when it comes to severe weather. All right, Gavin Jones currently running 6. Now the 11 of Brett Murphy is out there on the high side. It looks like he might be wanting to get a second line going, but nobody wants to go out there with him. So he is just going to duck it right back in. Line, single file again. And it looks like I believe that is the 18 of Curtis Granger as well. He wanted to go second line, but decided not to. Nobody was going to go with him. Now the 50 of Alex Bell going to go on the outside, and he is getting a little bit of a run out there, a little bit of side drafting going on with that 50. He's going to go side by side here with the 18 of Curtis Granger. Let's see if Alex can make it work out there all by himself. He just can't get anything out there, with no help. He's going to try it again, it looks like. Back up front we go. Adam still holding strong up there. Okay, Anita. Yeah, he is your son. Okay. He's doing pretty good. He is running up here in first currently, but they are going to have to pit, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody out there, they are going to have to pit. They cannot make it to the end of the race on fuel. So they are going to have to pit at least one time. The question is, when are they going to pit? They can go about 40 to 45 laps on fuel. So right now they're on a stint of about 22 laps. Now I have seen ATVO be wrong many times. I'm just giving you an estimate on how long of a stint these drivers have been on. Right now a stint of 23 for really the top 7. Jeff Price is on a stint of 24, and pretty much the rest of them is on a stint of 21 or 23, roughly in that category. So I've seen ATVO be wrong, and we're going 3 wide up here. 3 wide for the lead. The 25 of Kyle Manger in the middle. The 00, Adam getting pushed back. No help. The 25, look at that run. Wow. Lucas Cram, the 24 of Nick Olson, just decided, all right, enough's enough. We're going to take the lead here. Jeez. Now they're going to go 2 wide again. That's going to put Nick Olson on the outside in that second row. The 12 of Gavin Jones right behind him. Benjamin Nelson in the 48 also up high. The 00 of Adam, get it out in a minute. Adam Meyer. There we go. I'll get it out in a minute. He is going to be down low behind the 44 of Lucas Cram. Well, they're going to go double foul here. I think they were tired of going single file. The 24 of Nick Olson is going to lead his 3rd lap of the race. Whoa, getting a little squirrely up there. That would be the 12 of Gavin Jones. Getting a little squirrely. Good job of hanging on to it. looks like we've got some information coming in from family members from up in Missouri. It looks like they're having some severe weather as well. So like I said, everybody please heed all the warnings. I know there's a lot of people out there in the path of storms. Just please heed all the warnings, please. And my phone's getting blown up over here. Well, all right, Nick Olson getting a huge run on that outside with the 12 of Gavin Jones behind him. It looks like the 24 is going to dive it low. That's going to give some air to the 12 of Gavin Jones. And I am having some issues over here, folks. Give me just a minute. Now they're still double foul. We're going to watch it up close here. The 00 did fall back. Adam Meyer. He did fall back, but he's still up front. They got IT viewers in chat. I hope everybody can hear me okay. James, Dragon, can you guys hear me okay? Matt Thrasher, and I know Anita's in chat as well. Can you guys hear me okay? Can y'all, I know the motors are a little high. Still working on that. All right, the 50 of Alex Bell. He is bringing a group of trucks with him. Looks like Jeff Price in the 14, the 37. Excuse me. The 37 of Will Road Armor, still one lap down, but he is still up here running. The 46 of Brett Taylor, also one lap down, but anything can still happen. It is not over, folks. Not over at all, and I love this view. Three wide here. 3 wide. The 44 of Lucas Cram on that low side. Oh, that really put a whole lot of pressure for Benjamin Nelson on that high side up against the wall. He's going to get pushed back. See exactly where Benjamin Nelson goes. Right now he's holding strong there on that outside. Still 3 wide. All right, now we're going to go 2 wide here. It looks like Benjamin Nelson is going to fall behind the 11 of Brett Murphy. Now he is going to, looks like, try to push Brett. I'm not entirely sure. A little bit of racing going on up here. And they're getting a little bit too close. Oh, the 11 of Brett Murphy, we was just talking about him, loses it a little bit. Good save by Brett Murphy, but that stacked everybody up. Brett is going to come back up on the racing surface. And, oh, the 4 and the 11 almost make contact there. I'm glad the 4 knew exactly where the front end of his truck was, because I sure didn't. That could have been bad for not only Brett, but for the number 4, as well as the 18. Back up front we go, still 2 by 2. And it looks like Benjamin Nelson is going to try to take it 3 wide again. Man, that's going to put Gavin Jones right in the center as they come screaming. And look at that run. Number 24 of Nick Olson is getting on that outside with the 12, giving him a big push there. Not enough for that 24 to get around the 25 of Kyle. Kyle back up front. The 44 of Lucas Cram still back here, but we can't forget about all these other drivers back here still looking to make it up front. Pit stops will be happening here in about 10 or so laps. Kobe Wells, Mason Kane has found the mix up here in the second group of cars. Luke Parks in that number 3 has also found it. The 56 of Dawson Miller right up ahead of him. I'm sure they're feeling the tire wear and the fuel fall off here. Boy, whew. You can hear me good. All right. That's good to know. We got about 26 laps left to go here in this race. It is 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. 10:30 for all those on the East Coast. You're going to go double file here, coming across the stripe. Who is going to lead this at the line? It looks like the 24 of Nick Olson will lead that lap. Well, that was close. Still double file here up front. Well, I would love to see the dirt tracks down here scanned for sure. We've got two dirt tracks here. All right, the number 12 of Gavin Jones getting around on the outside with the help of Benjamin Nelson pushing him. Boy, these guys, man, they're making me nervous up here. Gavin Jones getting pushed by Benjamin Nelson. So Gavin is going to lead that lap. Still can't forget about these other drivers, though. They are all right here bunched up together, and of course, if anything happens, it could be bad for a lot of drivers. They do got one reset, and I know a lot of them have used their reset, or several of them have. I don't know if all of them have, but several of the drivers have used their reset. So I'm sure they're just being cautious. The 37 still holding strong. Will Road Armor, he is looking for a caution here. He is wanting to get back on that lead lap. And Jacob Bell, the last driver on the lead lap. Ron Swan ahead of him, currently 18th. Zach Ogburn up ahead of him. Jonathan is in the 34. He is currently running 16th. Luke Parks in the 3, currently running 15th, started 28th. Curtis Granger in 14th, started 10th. Kobe Wells currently running in 13th. He started 19th. Well, back up front, we really don't want to miss any of the action up here. Pit stops should be happening within the next, I would say, 4 to 6 laps roughly, maybe a little earlier. I do not know. I am not a driver. I am just a broadcaster. I don't know exactly what these guys are thinking. I do not know their strategies, and I do not want to know their strategies. But yeah, like I said, we've got 2 dirt tracks down here in Arkansas. Well, we've got one in Arkansas that I know of. That's close to my house, and then we've got one over in Oklahoma. The one in Oklahoma is pretty well known for the most part. It's Tri-State Speedway. Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace used to race there in their dirt era. That's where they got their start. So I'd love to see Tri-State and Crawford County Speedway both laser scanned, but I doubt that's ever going to happen. If anything, it'll probably be Tri-State, but I'd like to see both of them scanned and be in iRacing. That would be pretty cool. Brett Murphy in the 11 on that high side, now right behind Benjamin Nelson. Ben on that high side, currently running in 2nd, 3rd area. Nick Olson on the low side. I wonder how low they're getting. All right, here we go, folks. Pit stops are happening. Adam Meyer, no, Adam losing it. Locks it up, spins it. And he is not on the racing surface, but he is going to definitely have a penalty for unsafe pit entry. I'm assuming that'll be done by iRacing, but no, that is not what you want to see for anybody out here. The 00 having a pit road entry mishap as they come down pit road. Alex Bell, Adam Meyer, and Curtis Granger all coming down pit road. So pit stops are happening under green flag conditions. Now the question is, who is going to be next in line to come down pit road? Ooh, Alex Bell having a little issue there coming off of pit road. All right, let's see these guys all up front still. Now they're single file. They know the pit stops are happening, and it looks like the 50 of Alex Bell might be falling back just a little bit. Now he is coming. He did come off pit road. Here we go. More coming in. More pit stops are happening. Mason Kane, the 56. Oh, the 56 of Dawson Miller. Sliding in almost a little bumper action there, but he did get it straight. Luke Parks, Jonathan on pit road, as well as Dawson Miller. Let's see here. Mason Kane, Brett Murphy, Luke Parks, all these guys on pit road. Benjamin Nelson as well on pit road. So these guys are coming down. Green flag pit stops are happening. Now, when are the leaders going to come down pit road? Here comes the leaders. Gavin Jones coming down pit road. Nick Olson, Kyle Menger, Lucas Cram, Robbie Lyons, Jeff Price, Colby Wells, well as the 37 of Will Road Armor coming in with this group. Okay, well, back up front now. Well, not really back up front, but Luke Parks is currently running in 8th. He is on the lead lap. He has pitted. Benjamin Nelson getting a huge run on that outside. And Benjamin is going to make the pass on the 3 of Luke Parks. That's going to put Luke Parks, once it all resets, I think he'll be in 2nd. I do believe. Once everybody gets back around the track, now Luke is going to follow in behind Benjamin Nelson. So everybody else back out here on the racing surface or coming off. Now Ryan Swan, Jacob Bell, Zach Ogburn now on pit road. Right now, though, Nick Olson. Now Nick is still leading. Got the 44 of Lucas Cram behind him and Kyle right behind him. So since everybody has made their pit stops, that's still going to put Nick Olson up front. And Nick has led 9 laps here tonight. 16 laps to go. Well, it ain't over yet. We've still got 16 laps. Anything can happen. I'm sure they'll these other drivers will get caught back up. Now, looks like Luke Parks is just now coming down pit road. No, he's just now coming off of pit road. He already made his pit stop. He is now coming down pit road. Or coming off of pit road. I'll get it correct in a minute. The leaders are going to be coming right around him. So that is going to put the 3 1 lap down. So that's going to put Curtis Granger, the last driver, on the lead lap. So the top 15 are on the lead lap here tonight. Nick Olson now back up front, or still up front. Can't count out these other drivers. Benjamin Nelson, see Gavin Jones up here in the 12, right up ahead of him. He's catching Robbie Lyons. Robbie is right behind Kyle, but he's catching him. Getting into the draft there, Benjamin Nelson and Jeff Price working together. Colby Wells right behind a lap car. I'm not sure who that lap car is. I believe that may be, if we can go on Benjamin Nelson here, the 14 of Jeff Price. I don't know exactly who is in between Jeff Price, the 37. Okay, Will Road Armor. Will Road Armor is in between. That's where I was losing my my concentration there. But the 14 is right up ahead of him. Will Road Armor, don't count him out. Don't count out Will. Don't count out any of these drivers. 14 to go, and they're catching them. As we see Benjamin Nelson and the group making their way into turns 1 and 2. Nick Olson and this bunch on the backstretch. So not too far away, but a good call and a good pit stop. They can make it from here. Single file, Lucas Cram. It looks like, if we go down here, it looks like Nick Olson, Lucas Cram, Robbie Lyons, and Kyle Manger, the top 4 are all teammates. So, you know, helping each other out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going to call them currently the private bunch here. Now Gavin Jones in the number 12 is 5th. Doesn't have really anybody around him to help as we take a look at Gavin Jones from a rear chase looking back. Excuse me, he's going to be making a pass on the 46 here. The 46 may get behind him. The 46 of, if I can find him, Brett Taylor. Brett losing some ground, but still in the draft. If Brett can get up there, now Gavin may be having some issues. He does got some damage there. And Gavin, though, catching, looks like, not sure who that is. Let's go back to a wider view here. It looks like the 28 of Justin Bruns. So these two working together here currently. Go to Robbie Lyons here, currently running 4th. It'll be 10 to go. 10 laps remaining here tonight. Well, let's hope not. Dragon Zero, let's hope not. Let's hope there's not a big one. Benjamin Nelson and company, the 3 right up ahead of him. Luke Parks got the 14 of Jeff Price right behind him. These guys are coming, but they're not really getting any ground, I don't believe. We're going to keep an eye on the time here. They're about 8 seconds behind. Still looking at Ben Nelson, 7.5 seconds from car in front of him. Gap to the leader about 8.1. If we take a look at the gap to leader here, Olson currently in the top spot. Ben Nelson currently 6th, about an 8-second gap there. Colby Wells currently running 8th. He is about 16 seconds back. Now we'll take a look at Mason Kane. You know, he's in 10th, about 19 seconds, about 20 seconds behind first place. Mark Martin. That's going to be easy. I grew up watching Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, Bobby Labonte, Harry Labonte. You know, I was born in '86, so I grew up watching, of course, Dale Sr. I grew up watching them guys, and of course, Mark Martin, you know, being from my state where I'm from, and that's just my pick. So I like to see Mark Martin come out of retirement and and race. But I don't think he will. But you know, if he does, that'd be great. If he don't, that'd be great too. You know. All right, 7 laps to go for Nick Olson. Lucas Cram, though, he is right there in the 44. Still single file. These guys all working together here. I believe they're teammates, like I said. And I don't know how teammatey they're going to be coming down to probably the last 2 laps. Are they going to go 2 wide? Are they going to go 3 wide? I don't know. But you see them working together right here, and it looks like Lucas trying to get some air into that truck. You don't want to blow it. 25 of Kyle right behind him. Kyle is back just a little bit, still in the draft. He is getting plenty of air. Robbie Lyons. Yeah, the 12 of Gavin Jones getting a good run. He is getting one heck of a push there by the 28 of Justin Bruns. I would not count out Gavin Jones. The 48 or the 46. Brett Taylor. You know, these guys working together, even though they're a couple of laps down, they're all working with that number 12 of Gavin Jones. They are teammates. The looks of it. Getting a good run on that outside, getting one heck of a push, getting a little side draft going on there. But he just can't hang on to it. Oh, man. Oh, they're going to be getting that 4 to go. All righty, folks. Now, we are below the 5 to go mark. There are no cautions after 5 to go. There's no cautions. So anything can happen right now. There are no cautions. Cautions are turned off by the admin. They will not throw a caution. They're just going to race it to the finish. I did get that word in by Lucas Cran. That's what he told me. So there are no cautions until, you know, they do the whole green-white checker thing for iRacing. So just to put it into perspective here, a wreck happens, it's a wreck. There ain't no cautions. They're not going to throw one. Now, imagine if everybody wrecks, there may be one. I don't know. I hope everybody stays straight and then we go green flag the rest of the way. But put it a little dicey up here. All right, the number 12 getting a good run on that high side. He is now being pushed still by the 46. Brett Taylor trying to give him a good enough push to get him up there. Get this win here with 3 to go. Can he do it? Is there enough laps left to do it? I know we've been up front here for the most part. Now, Benjamin Nelson and these guys, I do not believe there's enough time to get up front. Unless something happens with this front pack. Right now they're running strong here. 2 laps to go here. Can Gavin Jones make another run? He is now up in 2. Oh, and he is getting a run here. 2 to go. Lucas Cram, 3 wide, folks. 3 wide. Lucas Cram crammed around in the middle there. Now, no, that was not a pun done intentionally either. But he was crammed right in the middle there. And there we go, folks. We're wrecking. We're wrecking up front here, folks. We're wrecking. Oh, good save. Good save. The 12 sideways of Gavin Jones. Oh, man. Everybody off the track here. White flag will be in the air. One more lap for Nick Olson. 25 of Kyle Manger has won the first 2 stages. What is he gonna do? I sense some blocking going on here. Nick Olson up front. Can he hang on to it? He is going to do everything he can to get this win here tonight as we go to a closer look here to Nick Olson. And here we go. Kyle Manger going to take it low. The 24 up high. Well, the 24 going to try to sneak it. But Kyle, I believe, is going to win it here tonight. Wow, what a run. Jeez. Nick Olson going to finish in second. Robbie Lyons is going to finish in third here tonight, folks. What a run. Wow. Your winner here tonight, sweeping the race, Kyle Manger. Congratulations to Kyle. Alrighty, folks, give us just a few minutes. We'll get the top 3 down here for an interview on the MaxSpeedTV post-race show. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, guys, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Now, usually just interview the top 3, but fourth place decided to show up too. Lucas Cram. Lucas, we're going to start with you, bud. You're in here. Man, what a run everybody had here tonight, but boy, what a final finish that was. Talk about the overall racing out there and what it took to really just dodge everything because, man, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast, and usually when I go up front and try to race, usually get taken out. But this week, I ended up, staying up front and staying out of trouble all race. In fact, I didn't get any X's until that crash up in there with 2 to go. But it was just fun working with all these guys. That we all finished, top 4, executed on pit road perfectly, and that was really obviously what came down to it as it spread the whole field out with guys pitting at different times, and it just worked out perfectly there at the end with all of us lined up together, and luckily we all managed to hold on to it 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, the private sector, as I called you guys, y'all came through, but it really wasn't without the, the communications, the driving efforts from all 4 of you, and of course the mishaps that happened up front here in the final stint of the race, man. Talk about the green flag pit stops and what it took in that final run because you guys had to pit, no doubt about it.
Yeah, we're all trying to get lined up together on the inside there for the last 5 or so laps before we came down pit road, and we all had the same strategy of, taking no tires, just 8.5 gallons of fuel, and coming down and doing our stops and organizing where to pull off the track to head down pit road based off, where our pit stalls are in reference to each other. So it was very well coordinated. We executed it perfectly. Couldn't have gone much better, honestly, and it was definitely fun to do that. The last time actually we came here at Daytona 07, we kind of did that, but we had some mistakes and some of us fell behind and we got separated. But this time it worked out perfectly and we were able to finish top four and keep together in that last stint.
Well, man, it was a fun race indeed, bud. A lot of communications out there, and not too many cautions. A huge field. Of course, y'all did have the stage caution, and under 5 laps, of course, there are no cautions. So, you know, if the wrecks happen, they happened under 5 laps. But congratulations, Lucas, on grabbing a top 5. You finished 4th here tonight with your teammates there, bud. Thought shout out you want to give before you go celebrate with your teammates?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank all the men and the women in the armed forces, you know, putting their lives on the line and going out there and keeping our country free and letting us do things like this on iRacing. You know, such a blast, of course, each and every time they come on here. And, you know, all the people that have lost their lives, unfortunately, over there, which is what we're celebrating this Monday on Memorial Day. So, obviously, you got to give credit there, without a doubt. And, yeah, everybody showed up and raced here tonight. So I had 30 people, so pretty average number, but definitely always great to have. People show up and race in the series, and always put on a good show each and every week. And I'd like to thank Robbie for helping control the league with myself, Brendan for doing race control and being a league admin, and obviously Nick and Kyle and Robbie for working with me there at the end of the race and coordinating that day at the end. And of course, you guys for broadcasting.
Yeah, not a problem, man. I enjoy super speedway racing. It's my cup of tea. So I could do it. I could do it 9 days a week. So I just love it. All right, Lucas, man. Like I said, congratulations on 4th, bud. You're welcome to stay in here as I interview the other 3. But congratulations, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to 3rd place here. Robbie Lyons, bud, got a copy.
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Well, Robbie, we interviewed you during the race, and, you know, I know you were a little concerned about, you know, the way things may have ended. But, man, what a run. You finished in the top 3, a podium finish for you here tonight, man. Talk about the racing and what it took after the interview to say, okay, no MaxSpeedTV curse. No MaxSpeedTV curse.
Yeah, man. You know, I'll take a 3rd place at Daytona, number 3 at Daytona all day long. You know, first off, I got to give a shout out to Lucas. You know, for somebody his age, he drives like, you know, somebody much more mature. He impresses me every time I get in a race with him, and managing his temperatures there at the end. And I know he got hot there and kind of lost some momentum at the end, but he's got plenty of wins coming his way. It was yeah, like you said, it didn't quite end like I thought it would, but I'm relieved that it didn't. I guess I say every week. I've missed the last 2 races, so I'm not quite sure how they went. But all the races that I've been involved in with this group of guys has just blown me away at the quality of racing, the respect between the competitors, and just the overall camaraderie and competition has just been a pleasure. So it doesn't surprise me that, you know, we went that last 60 laps green, or whatever it was. Those are the races where I have the most fun. You know, I'm not a big fan of the sprint races, you know, like C-Fixed or whatever, where, you know, you got 30 laps to get it done. I like having to work for it and, you know, work the strategy like we did and have pit stops and so on and so forth. And, you know, at the end, the cream rises to the top, and I was just thankful to have my teammates there with me.
But yeah, and you know, talk about, you know, Daytona. You know, there's two types of Daytona races. You've got the new track, which is paved. It's not bump. Yeah, there's a few bumps, but not as bad as this one. And you get on this track with a huge field, and we're going to talk about 3 wide here for a moment because there was a bunch of that here tonight. Talk about 3 wide racing here. Nervous already at get out, it being the old Daytona, and you're 3 wide going over the bumps, and you're trying your best just to not get into anybody.
Oh yeah, and not even getting into another driver, but that wall, because it comes up really quick. I've hit it in real life, and it doesn't feel good. So partially, you know, I'm more nervous being up there because I'm like, you know, I think it's gonna hurt if I hit it. But there towards, you know, coming to the end of that second stage, me and Ben went 3 wide up to the top there and got up to 3 wide for the lead there for that stage win. But gosh, it took a lot to commit to do that. So again, it just goes to show the quality of drivers and how talented and respectful everybody is of one another, that we're able to pull that off as many times as we did tonight.
Yes, for sure, man. It takes some serious concentration too, going 3 wide. But y'all did it, man. Y'all pulled it off, man. Congratulations on third here tonight. Thought shout outs you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'll echo Lucas's sentiments. We all remember what this weekend is about. It is the greatest day in motorsports, and it's a weekend that we all look forward to every year. And but the true meaning behind it is reflection and remembering the sacrifice of those that are no longer with us. And for that reason, we have the freedom to do things like we did tonight and race on the weekends. And just incredibly grateful for the sacrifice of so many men and women, both here and abroad. And then, of course, Jeffrey Price for coming on board as a sponsor tonight. We couldn't do it without him, and MaxSpeedTV. You guys continue to raise the bar for coverage, and we just appreciate you guys being a part of it with us.
Well, I was trained by the best. Rudy showed me everything, and I got to give kudos where kudos is due with Rudy, because without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So, all the thanks really goes to Rudy. I just put in my 2 cents. I do things a little differently, but basically the same way. But I'm glad you enjoy it, man, and I'm looking forward to continuing it on, because, like I said, you guys put on a show every week. Great job. But man, congratulations, third here tonight, man. Go celebrate.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, and can't wait to keep the momentum going. I'm hoping that by the end of this season that a lot of people will be talking about us, and we'll be one of the premier leagues on iRacing here shortly. So I know everybody wants to be a part of it, and it's just you just got to keep it going, man. So we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. I'll be there. All right, Robbie. Good luck. Go celebrate, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that'll bring us to second place here tonight. Nick Olson, bud. You got a copy?
Hey, you want to call me Nick Olson? I mean, I'm Master Choke Artist, but how you doing?
Master Choke Artist. All right, we got to talk about that for a minute. Well, what?
Just gave up a win there. I mean, Kyle, I got to say about Kyle, he's week in, week out, he's the best driver here who has, especially who has not gotten a win yet. He's always up front, always in the picture, always giving his best. There's just nobody who deserves the win more than Kyle. As for my race, though, I'll segue. It was a good race. We got, unfortunately, took out a few cars there earlier. Just missed time to a move slide in line, and I hate it for those guys, but they were forgiving. It's just so important to have teammates and strategy and timing those pit stops, and when we made those pit stops, it was so crucial, and we got ahead by, I want to say, 5 seconds. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was told not to look at it, so I didn't. But I was told we had a healthy gap, and I just held that yellow line, and I thought Lucas made the move, but Lucas got hung out there with 2 to go. No fault of his own, no fault of Gavin's own, and that kind of turned into the wreck there, which kind of set up the me versus Kyle, and just made the wrong block and overreacted a little bit. But it was a great race to go 60 laps caution free.
Well, how was it, after, coming down to, of course, the final, 3 laps there? Well, really the last 5 laps. We'll start at the last 5 laps, because knowing that there's not going to be a caution under 5 laps, well, what was going through your mind knowing you were up front, your teammates were there with you, anything could happen? I mean, was it all about, okay, I got to work with my teammates, or was it, okay, teammates goes out the window?
And it's a fascinating question, and it's a question we didn't really answer. We even asked ourselves, while we were figuring things out, hey, are we going to figure this out, or what are we going to do? Or is it all for ourselves, or what? And we just kind of stayed in line. And then when Gavin made his move in the 12 truck, I think it was 2 laps to go right before that accident happened, I knew I was a set and duck up there in front. It was just who was going to make the move. And then it turned out I wasn't a set and duck, and then I was a set and duck again. So it's just the way these things go. I already got my win in the bank. Locked myself in the playoffs by starting this race tonight, meeting my minimum starts requirement. So I mean, it was all about having fun tonight, and the execution by my teammates and Kyle, Robbie, Lucas. Just we have been trying to hammer that away for weeks, and we nailed it tonight. Like exclamation point, nailed it.
Well, it was. Go ahead.
To get those 5 seconds on the rest of the field. There was an audible called, and it was a very good audible that Kyle called, and it paid off huge dividends.
Well, for sure it did, play, that played off a big factor, the green flag pit stops, the coming out when you guys did come out. But, anything could have happened, as we've seen. And I'm sure, even though you guys up front, running 1, 2, 3, 4, was concerned about a caution coming out. I mean, did that cross y'all's mind any?
It's always in the back of your mind that at a restrictor plate track, a caution can come out at any point, and you have to be prepared for that. The mental, you have to have that in your mind. If you don't have that in your mind, then you just get upset when it happens. And luckily, it didn't happen tonight. But any race, any week, you gotta keep it in the back of your mind that the caution could come out. But when lap 96 started, there was certainly a gasp of relief that if we played our cards right and we didn't crash ourselves, we were going to finish in the top 5. And that was a reassuring feeling. And then thankfully, we finished 1 through 4. But yeah, it was a great race all around. Thank you to everybody. Thank you guys. I'll echo. That's the word that they used. Echo. Echo what Robbie and Lucas said. It's all about the troops. All about America, just keeping us safe, and they're doing great things wherever they are, home and abroad. They're everywhere, and they're away from their families, and they're keeping us safe. And this weekend is for those that we lost, and we think about them, we think about their families, and that doesn't go unnoticed by anybody. But that's it for me. I had a good night.
Well, all right, Nick. Well, yeah, you answered my next question. I was going to, ask you thought shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate, but you kind of already did that. So, but hey, man, congratulations on a solid second here tonight. Well, it would have been a solid win, but we won't talk about that, okay?
10-4, yeah, and I just echo one more time, teammates, just a phenomenal job all around, and we executed. And I'll let you talk to the big man.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, this is Nick Olson, everybody, finishing second here tonight, but a battle with Kyle. Now, I'm probably gonna get butchered by Kyle here because I believe I've been pronouncing his name wrong. Is it Manger or Manger?
It is Manger.
It is Manger. All right.
Did you get it right?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I think I said Manger, but I'm not sure. Well, Kyle,
if you didn't, it wouldn't be the first person. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Kyle, we've already talked to you 2 times tonight, and you dominated with help, of course, but you were up front. You won stage 1, stage 2. Now we're talking to you again in victory lane, being the winner here tonight. But talk about your racing. Talk about the track positions, and of course talk about your teammates. I'm gonna turn the mic over to you, man, because it was phenomenal.
Well, thank you. Well, even though the stat sheet might have said I dominated, it certainly wasn't the case, and certainly didn't feel like that. These races are hard to win, and I'm sure my teammates have all said we put ourselves in the best spot to have a shot to win. And Nick mentioned the audible. It almost didn't come down to that. We almost pitted that lap with everyone that pitted there, and then coming off turn 4, we all had a good reaction to stay out as the call was made coming off turn 4. So to get that little bit of gap was a nice relief, and kind of the first time we were able to take a breath and realize what our scenario was. And then I was the leader coming into the pits, and then I came out third. So I knew it wasn't going to be easy to pass those 2. And that whole run, I'm trying to figure out how I can get a run or what line I'm going to have to go to. And then Lucas went to the high line, trying to make his move taking the run from the 12, which was a good move, but he didn't quite have the help. And I got behind Nick, and I've just been watching the replay. I don't know how I didn't get right hooked there, but I was lucky to have that gap between just me, Nick, and the rest of the field. So I was able to plan my run out, and I went high up. Nick made me had to earn it there with the block, and luckily he just couldn't get down to the bottom in time. But yeah, it's a nice relief to finally win, man. It's been a tough season. I've been winning a lot of stages, but haven't been able to close the deal. More of my doing than anyone else's. So to get that monkey off my back and finally clinch a spot in the playoffs is a nice relief.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And this win is gonna, I believe, lock you into the chase, if I'm not mistaken. Lucas, you can correct me on that. I know you're in here. But man, it was hard fought. The block there at the end there by Nick Olson with you racing him hard. I didn't even know what was going to happen. I'm sitting up here as a broadcaster thinking, okay, Nick's going to block guaranteed, and I'm sure it was going through your mind too. But it fell just, kind of in your lane there, and you come out victorious, bud. So, congratulations on that. Going to lock you in. You're going to win tonight, man. I don't even know what to say. It was a fun, hard-fought race by everybody.
Absolutely. The race was phenomenal, and the competition gets better every week. These races aren't easy to win by any means. And also, yeah, as they've all said, it's just a ton of fun to be here Wednesday night with the racers. I had a blast talking to you during the stages and after the race today. So you guys are doing a great job. We're doing a great job on track, and this week's in good shape.
Yes, sir. Well, Kyle, man, thoughts, shout-outs you want to give again before you go celebrate the victory with your teammates in the private sector 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Well, I got to give a shout-out to the private sector for executing everything to perfection, obviously. Got to thank P-Money Designs for sponsorship. I got a good-looking truck out here. Good to put it in victory lane. Got to thank you guys in the broadcast, all the admins, and echoing what the other three said. It's a important weekend, so I got family and friends in the service, so shout out to them. And looking forward to being back here next week.
Yes, sir. We will be back here next week on MaxSpeedTV, but we're not going to keep you here, Nick. We're going to let you go celebrate, bud. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks, man.
Well, all righty, folks. We're going to get down here to the results tab here as soon as I can find it. There we go. All right. Bringing home the win here tonight for the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series, Kyle Manger, man. Congratulations to Kyle for getting the win. Nick Olson, though, not too far behind. He was right there, but unfortunately, a little mistake in a block. Could not get back down there. It's going to put him back into that second place here. Robbie Lyons going to finish in third. Lucas Cram fourth. Private sector 1, 2, 3, and 4 here tonight. Benjamin Nelson going to finish in fifth. Jeff Price, our sponsor here for this evening, going to get a top 6 out of the deal. Congratulations to the sponsor. He's going to get a top 10. Jonathan, I'm just going to say Jonathan. He's going to finish in 7th here tonight. Mason Kane in 8th. Colby Wells in 9th. Gavin Jones in 10th. Brett Murphy in 11th. Alex Bell in 12th. Dawson Miller 13th. Curtis Granger 14th. Adam Meyer in 15th. Luke Parks in 16th. Jacob Bell 17th. Will Rodarmer in 18th. Zach Ogburn 19th. Ryan Swan 20th. Brett Taylor, 21st. Justin Bruns, 22nd. Josh Fox, 23rd. Clint Spillman, 24th. Brandon Thomas, 25th. Matthew Chastain, 26th. Austin Johnson, 27th. Alan Ballacino, 28th. Jamie Dobbs, 29th. Seth Noel will finish in 30th, and that will do it here for MaxSpeedTV and SARG Super Speedway Truck Series. Congratulations again goes to Kyle Manger for winning here tonight, folks. Don't go nowhere. More MaxSpeedTV action coming up tomorrow night, as well as Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got it all right here. So until next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.